the final fun little program at the end of this chapter is creating a jack-o'-lantern glowing in the dark. And the user can select which color it should be. So you display a menu and you get the user choice over here, and then after the user makes a choice, then you call make jack-o'-lantern. Now I did have to make some changes in this program because some of the commands really messed up. Computers are getting really fast, and part of what it did was clear the screen. Normally I do that from the terminal with clear, and it clears anything. You can see that over here too. So I'm running this, and I'm just going to quit this time. But now when I do the clear command, then I start with a clear terminal. Anyway, I'll show you how computers are getting pretty fast nowadays, and it starts to mess up things. Another area where I see this a lot is when I work with Python programs, and I do some data processing and I print some intermediate values just to keep track of what's going on. It incredibly slows the program down because writing it to the terminal is so slow compared with actually doing the calculations. It can really mess up the whole flow of the program. Anyway, I'll show that too. So let's look at the program here, and you see that again we're working with a couple of functions over here. We have display menu, which is just going to display something. We're not going to send it any information, not sending anything back. Get choice over here, you only need one piece of information back, so you don't need any information to ask for what do you want, and this is the answer that they get back. And then make jack-o'-lantern, it's just printing out the jack-o'-lantern. Over here we use a couple of global constants. So the quit choice is 6, and the maximum number of choices is 6 also. And you see over here that the program is pretty simple. We start with a color choice over here. Over here we select the terminal and get the number that represents it. And then over here we have a do-while loop. And as long as we don't say in response to the menu that we want to quit, it's going to go on and on and on. Now the first time, of course, it's not even checked. This is where the user is asked for the first time. And the first thing we're going to do is set the display to white on black. Then we show the menu. We get the choice for the colors. And if it's not quit, then we change the color for the console. And we have to add 9 to it because our choices are 1 through 5, and there is no color 0. And then over here, after we change the color, then we actually make the jack-o'-lantern. So let me run this, and we're going to do this 2 times. First we'll do 2 for blue, and we see a nice blue jack-o'-lantern over here, and the instruction is still in blue too. And now we're going to hit the enter key. Now you see that we're back in white on black, and that's because we have not quit yet. We come over here and we set this back to white. It was already white to begin with before we run the program, but because we go back, we have to make sure that it's set to white for sure. Okay, so here we have a menu again. We'll choose red here. Now it's red. I go back over here, and my question is, what would happen if I enter 99? Is it going to accept that or not? And just look at the code over here. Do we have any input checking? Okay, and the thing is, you cannot know for sure without seeing the whole program. So let's look at get choice. Over here we declare the choice, we have the user input over here, and if it's not within that range of 1 through 6, then we're going to ask the user to re-enter over here. And of course, if you look at the condition over here, if it's too small, less than 1, or it's too large, it's greater than the maximum choice, which is 6, then we're going to tell the user that he has to re-enter over here. So this is another example of how it's good to have separate functions, because you may have started with just getting the choice, and then later on in the get choice function you can just easily add over here the input checking with the while loop. Making the jack-o'-lantern is over here, and you see that this is done with a bunch of hard-coded characters. Just some C-outs over here. Fun little fact over here. You see that this smile is a little bit crooked here, and that's because this backslash over here would be seen as an escape character because it's a special character. So we actually have to precede it with an escape character. This is where everything is nicely aligned, but when I hover over this, it says, hey, there is some mistake, and we have an escape character over here, and it's looking at these two underscores and that forward slash here, so it doesn't know what to do with it. So that's why everything is a little bit misaligned. It's if we would take these out, you see that this smile is a little bit moved to the right. Okay, we also want to get the null line out of the input buffer, and we know that we can do that with cin get, and then we need another one to wait for the user to press enter. That's this command over here. So that's the whole program, nice little program. Let's see what the 99 does, and indeed it tells us that the only valid choices are 1 through 6. I'll just ask it to quit now, number 6. And over here the program has closed.